Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
Huawei's new Pura series is finally on sale, and I've been super excited to try a Huawei phone running completely on HarmonyOS. Big thanks to my tech partner over in China for providing this footage. I really appreciate the support in making this video happen. Hey everyone, Stella here from techiestreet. If you're into staying updated with the newest gadgets, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our latest tech content. So, let's start with the design. This is the Pura 90 Pro Max. The camera module looks familiar and hasn't changed much. I picked the orange ocean version, and honestly, it looks stunning. The warm orange smoothly blends into blue, creating a bright, calming feel. Even the frame carries the same gradient, making the whole phone look incredibly unified. Then there's the Pura X Max, probably one of the Huawei phones I've wanted to try the most. The biggest reason? Its new form factor. It has a 5.4-inch outer display, and when unfolded, it becomes a massive 7.7-inch screen with an almost 4:3 ratio. It feels surprisingly retro, but in a really cool way. The interstellar blue version looks especially premium. It appears deep blue at first, but under light, it shifts toward purple. The striped texture on the back adds even more character. And despite the large screen, it's still comfortable to use with one hand when folded. I know many of you are already watching this phone closely. The biggest questions right now are, how do you buy it, and how can you get it as quickly as possible? I haven't spent enough time doing a full camera test yet, but let's quickly look at the hardware. The Pura 90 Pro Max packs 4 cameras: a 50-megapixel ultra-high dynamic range main camera, a 40-megapixel ultra-wide camera, a massive 200-megapixel telephoto camera, and Huawei's second-generation Hongfeng primary color camera. Looking at the specs alone, the Pura 90 Pro Max clearly has the stronger imaging system. Inside the camera app, Huawei offers 8 built-in photography styles. My favorites are film and cinematic modes. They're perfect for storytelling shots and capturing everyday moments. I especially enjoy using them for photos of my pets, Dian Dian and Yenbao. You can also freely adjust color tones with the built-in palette, giving you lots of creative control. There's also an AI composition feature. Turn it on, and a small dot appears to guide your framing, while AI helps optimize the composition automatically. I found it particularly useful for long-distance shots. One feature that really surprised me on the Pura 90 Pro Max is its telephoto performance. Once you zoom past 20x, the image actually becomes noticeably clearer. That's where the telephoto lens truly starts showing its power. Another helpful feature is AI pose recommendation. I'd say my photography skills are pretty average, so I found this feature surprisingly useful. I also discovered something fun in the gallery. Dynamic photos can be converted directly into 3D dynamic photos, and the effect looks genuinely impressive. What's even more interesting is that it didn't seem to matter which phone originally captured the photo. If the icon appeared on this device, it could still generate a 3D dynamic photo. As for camera features, the Pura X Max feels very similar to the Pura 90 Pro Max in software experience. But if image quality is your top priority, I'd personally recommend the Pro Max. That said, I think the Pura X Max's system deserves a separate discussion because it's running HarmonyOS 6.1, and this is actually my first time using a Pura Red Warrior device. My first impression? This phone feels incredibly clean. One thing I noticed immediately was the lack of built-in ads. I hate ads in browsers, so this clean browsing experience was a huge win. It even has AI Q&A built right into the search bar. Overall, the system feels smooth, fresh, and completely uncluttered. Let's start with the lock screen. I chose this tech-themed wallpaper, and surprisingly, it's interactive. Tap its head, feet, or tail, and it responds with different vibrations. Even the wake-up animation changes every time. It honestly feels like there's a tiny electronic pet living inside the phone. It gets even better. If your home screen is full of app icons, the little pet lies beside them and interacts with the space. Remove the icons and it moves to the center. There are 4 pet themes in total, and I'm not gonna lie, they're ridiculously charming. The notification design is also super clean. Updates and alerts stay in a bottom bar. Tap it for details and swipe down to send everything back. So every time I unlock the phone, my little tech companion is right there waiting. This year, lots of brands introduced liquid glass style interfaces, but Huawei's version feels different. I like turning up the immersion effect. Pull down the control center and the transparent glass texture looks really beautiful. Huawei also paid serious attention to animations. Adjust the volume slider and tiny particles appear with a soft glow around your finger. The light follows your movement, making everything feel incredibly polished. Even dismissing notifications has a satisfying fade effect. This lighting style runs throughout the entire system. I also noticed apps like Xiaoyi and KK Music support these effects. Even the navigation bar carries the same glass-like design. The first thing I usually do with any new phone is switch to dark mode, and HarmonyOS 6 looks fantastic in it. App compatibility also feels very seamless. Now, about Xiaoyi on the Pura X Max, it has a semi-always-on AI feature. Just double-tap the navigation bar and a small split-screen window appears beside your current app. You can move or resize it with simple swipes. Its main features are on-screen recognition and AI Q&A. My biggest takeaway is that AI feels instantly available whenever you need it without interrupting whatever you're doing. Before switching phones, my biggest concern was software support, but even if an app wasn't available in the App Store, I could usually find it through Zhu Toyong. For example, NetEase Cloud Music doesn't have a native HarmonyOS version yet, but even non-native apps ran smoothly for me without obvious issues. And if an app isn't found in Zhu Toyong, it can still download and install automatically. Apart from a small Zhu label on the icon, the experience feels almost identical. So overall, I think HarmonyOS 6 has become incredibly mature. As a daily driver, it handles everything I need with ease. Between the Pura 90 Pro Max and the Pura X Max, I'd personally pick the Pura X Max. Its completely new form factor delivers a genuinely fresh experience. But if camera performance is your top priority, then the Pura 90 Pro Max is definitely the better choice. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!